Oh, what's up guys, my name is JDCup5 and welcome back to another episode of the Bayern Munich career mode, and we've got a game straight away, and the first one will be a simulation, and that is against Hertha Berlin, a team that has struggled in the league so far and a team that we're not too worried about, hence why we are simulating this game. If you are new around here, we play 3 games and we simulate 2, being 5 games per episode. The first one only being a 1-1 draw, Xavi Simons getting on the score sheet for us, but unfortunately that wasn't anything to get us the 3 points, and we have to settle for the points being shared. Next game was against Wolfsburg, another simulation, and we do get the 1-0 win. Kai Havertz getting the goal to be able to enable the 3 points, and then we get straight into things with the 2 Bayerns clashing together. We are away from home against Leverkusen, and this is going to be a mega game. 78 goals scored in 24 Bundesliga games. Have that as a stat. I tell you, that is absolutely epic stuff. We have been such on a flyer in terms of scoring goals, and we have definitely got the attacking force to be able to provide. So here we are then at the Bayer Arena. We have got in goal Diogo Costa as normal, Moreno, De Ligt, Van der Ven and Matty Cash making up a different back four to what I have chosen previously in this side. Pellegrini, Kroos and Musiala as your midfield three, with Xavi Simons, Richarlison and Lorente making up that final 3. Hopefully Lorente returns to form that he had in previous episode, because he was banging them in. 2 minutes gone and the keeper's got a hold of the ball, trying to assess his options, trying to find a man in red, but unfortunately for him we do intercept and we get the ball in the middle of the park, passing it about nicely. De Ligt on the ball now. As you can see, Moreno's got the pace and he takes a 1-2 initially and he kind of gets taken out, but that's no worry of ours whatsoever. We do not able to find a ball into the box, but luckily for us it bounces out, and Pellegrini, the unlikely goal scorer, and he hasn't really scored at all in this series whatsoever. If he has, it's probably in the simulation, because I can't remember scoring a goal with him. Really well taken on his left foot and then onto his right, and he is able to literally smash it into the back of the net. Really well worked goal, and a really nice early one at the same time. 20 minutes gone and by. Leverkusen are trying to get a bit of play here. As you can see, they're passing it out from the back and they've got a bit of pace and they've got men forward, but luckily for us we are able to intercept. Matty Cash on the ball, being able to find Lorente, who's got options, one of them being Richarlison, and he is found, and he's also got options of Musiala. He can square it or shoot. He isn't able to do any of it whatsoever, but he holds onto the ball really well, hits it into the box, and that would have been a brilliant goal from Xavi Simons. Acrobatic finish that would have been. The keeper doing his complete nuts as he looks to see where his defence are. A bit of an uneventful first half in all honesty. We do get the goal, but we try and do it better in the second. As you can see, Lorente winning the ball, and he is in a decent bit of space with not men around him whatsoever, but he's got the options there. Musiala, and that should have been a goal. Of all people to fall to, you would have thought Musiala would have put that in the back of the net. 53 minutes gone by. Leverkusen are trying to get an attack, and they've got one here. Diogo Costa making himself really big. The striker should have done a little bit better with it, don't get me wrong, but a really good save at that. We try going on the counter now with Matty Cash receiving the switch of the play ball as he takes his time and he finds Richarlison. Richarlison doesn't even take a touch. He passed it on to Lorente. Lorente, nice bit of skill as he passes his man Musiala on the ball now, and this time round Musiala does score. A more of a difficult situation that he actually had himself in, don't get me wrong, but he is able to find the back of the net, and a really good goal at that. Really nice to see, and it is definitely a right step in the right direction in this game. A really well taken goal. He takes his time, he chests it down, and he completely smashes it into the bottom corner to make it 2-0 in this tie. The keeper had absolutely no chance of getting to that ball, and we do extend our lead. It's been a bit of a weird game, a bit of a slow one, but we are in front, and that's what all that matters. 66 minutes gone, and Leverkusen are trying to get one back into the game with Lewis Openda on the ball. He's got the pace, but unfortunately he can't do anything at that moment in time. The shot gets blocked, and unfortunately it falls out to Diaby, and Diaby takes his time, and a fair play to him. He got through that wall of defence, but unfortunately he isn't able to find the back of the net. Openda on the ball once again, and it's that ping-pong effect where we can't seem to get rid of the ball whatsoever, and every time it falls to a man in red. Moreno on the ball now as Matty Cash intercepts, and now it is our turn to go on the counter-attack. The substitute Serge Gnabry on the ball, he makes a 1-2 with Musiala, but Musiala gets intercepted, and once again it is in the Leverkusen's favour, where they are in at the decent bit of the pitch. Bravo making a decent shot, but that is saved by Diogo Costa, and we do eventually clear. A little bit of pressure late on as Leverkusen try and see if they can get back into this game in dramatic fashion. Luckily for us, Matty Cash intercepts intercepts that bit of play, and as you can see, Serge Gnabry on the ball right now. He takes his time and he's got the pace and the space. He makes a 1-2 with Kai Havertz, a substitute, as he now weighs his options up, and Martin is now on the ball. Pellegrini for 2, and Pellegrini for 2 indeed, as he makes it 2 for himself and 3 in total in the game. Brilliant goal and an outstanding performance by Pellegrini, one that you normally don't see in front of goal, but this has definitely been a great display from Pellegrini, the ex-Roma man, and a really well taken goal and well worked. A one-touch pass from Martin, and it allows the space, and he's got the time as well, all the time in the world, to be able to put it into the back of the net, and he does it in a lovely fashion with outside the footing here. So that was a really good game in all honesty, and it seemed to kind of go our way in all sorts of the areas of the game. I didn't feel like we was at any point in time where we was underwhelming in terms of pressure and everything else. I was really hoping that game was going to go well, because that needs to, because next up is against Borussia Dortmund, the biggest rivals that we could possibly think of in this league, and this time we are away from home once again, but this is the first time that we have actually played away from home against Dortmund, so this is going to be a huge one, a massive tale where they have got a massive side, and this is going to be interesting to see what pans out. In goal they've got Kobel, Cardona, Brabic, Badiashile, they've got Ozcan there, you've got Matoma, Bellingham, Vieira, Jesus up front, you've got a lot of quality. Heung-min Son in there, you've got Royce on the bench, you've got Diaz, Alceneri, so there's a lot of quality to bring off the bench if they are struggling in game also. In terms of our side, we've got Diogo Costa in goal, Baku, De Ligt, Van Dijk, Masaruri, Havertz, Reinberger, Fernandes, and Xavi Simons, Moise Kean, and Kingsley Coman making up the final 3. Like myself, also, we've got Richarlison, Gnabry, Musiala on the bench, Llorente. We've always got a strong bench, so having that sort of field of depth where we are able to rely on substitutions if needed is always nice. So as they huddle, we are away. 2 minutes gone. As you can see, Vieira on the ball now as he tries to make a switch to the play, and they have done really successful in that, not being able to pick up the ball whatsoever. And we are in some bother, and some bother we are indefinitely, because Gabriel Jesus has made it 1-0 in the derby, making it literally minutes, only 3 minutes gone, and they are already 1-0 up. Hopefully this is not things that they can continue like it, and hopefully we can push on and hopefully get one back. 9 minutes gone and we intercept the ball from a fast bit of play. Kingsley Coman on the ball as he finds an option, and that is Kai Havertz. He whips it in, and Moise Kean heads it into the back of the net, and already in 10 minutes we have had 2 goals. I don't know if you feel the way I do, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of goals in this game. Moise Kean struggling to pick up the ball. Eventually he does in the end. A really good goal though, kind of counter-attack where we intercept the ball in the middle of the park. It wasn't the best of goals in terms of the way it happened, and with Kobel could have really kind of picked that up. I mean, I don't think he expected it to go to that side. As you can see, he initially dives and he tries to alter his hand movement in another way to be able to push it out. Unfortunately, he can't get enough on it, and for them it is now 1-1. 11 minutes gone, literally straight after the kickoff, and they are on the attack. They are with it today. Heung-min Son making a massive chance there. Diogo Costa making a save at his near post, and a very good save at that, keeping us in the game. 18 minutes gone and they get a free kick here, and it is a lovely collection from Diogo Costa, and away we go on the counter-attack. We've got a few options there, and we are really quick at that also. Xavi Simons breaking through the Borussia Dortmund defence, 1-on-1 with the keeper, but unfortunately Kobel parries it to the side of him, and it goes out for a corner. 23 minutes gone and Dortmund are getting a fast bit of play. As you can see, the motion, everything else is quick, and Heung-min Son is pretty much going to be 1-on-1 with the keeper. He chips it, but luckily for us it just hits the roof of the net. I thought as soon as I brought the keeper out he's going to chip it and it's going to go in, but it's not to be. But they're not going to let it lie there, because they're on the attack once again, nearly being successful, and they are literally pushing and pushing. Matoma this time not being able to get anything there and having his chance denied. Heung-min Son whips in the corner as we try and clear it. Xavi Simons isn't able to get to it, but Diogo Costa is, and he is able to put it out for another corner. 36 minutes gone, not long before the second half will commence, and Heung-min Son is battling off Baku. He's got the pace, he's got the strength, he finds Matoma, decent ball in. You see Vieira trying to get on the ball there, but it wasn't to be, and now it's our turn, but again we get intercepted and we can't get any play going whatsoever. De Ligt getting absolute sent. Heung-min Son, and he finesses it into the back net, and that just goes to show the quality that Son displays I mean, he is a top player. I mean, and especially in the save that we've been in, I think in the years that we've actually been playing this save, he had definitely increased in overall also. 43 minutes gone, and we're not long before the second half now, literally minutes away, and Coman's on the ball here. He takes a shot, and what a goal that is from Kingsley Coman. A massive response needed, and that is what we get. Professional at its best, and Kingsley Coman keeps ourselves in this tie, and we look to go into the second half sharing the honours so far, and that is brilliant stuff from the Frenchman. Takes his time, he knows what he's going to do, he pushes out his Bellingham, I'm pretty sure that is. He takes the shot, and Coble has got nowhere near that. He is very tall goalkeeper, don't get me wrong, but he is getting nowhere near that whatsoever. Deep into the second half now, 67 minutes gone as Borussia Dortmund try to get a bit of play going together. Nice interception, as you can see, the bit of player is now roles reversed. Xavi Simons plays Moise Kean, and we are now 3-2, the first time that we are actually leading in this tie. It's taken us long enough. A brilliant goal, don't get me wrong, and Moise Kean makes it 2 for him and 3 for Bayern Munich. Straight off the kickoff, once again we intercept, and we look to be in again as Kingsley Coman makes the 1-2, but he's offside momentarily. Fernandes finds Kean to make it a hat-trick, and Kean makes it the hat-trick. 4-2 in this tie, only 20 minutes to go, and a complete different first half to what we have been seeing in this second. Unbelievable stuff. As I say, in the first, we were down and out in some areas. I felt like Dortmund were much better. They were much quicker. They were much fluent. I felt like they were much better in lots of areas of the pitch, and we was just kind of clinging on more than anything, I felt. But we have definitely turned it around this second half, and we have definitely shown who the dominant force is in Germany, and Moise Kean gets his hat-trick in the derby, and what a time to do it also. The man to rely on, as always. Literally not long left now, 9 minutes gone as they get a corner. Diego Costa stays. We go to clear it off the line. It's literally holding on by a thread, but unfortunately Jesus is able to get it into the back of the net eventually, and we have got minutes left. We're literally going to be holding on for dear life as they get a corner. You can see the keeper is up, and we do clear it. The keeper is out of his area, and we have got time. Serge Gnabry getting on the ball, but the final whistle is blown, and we don't care because we have won this tie 4-3. We have won in the derby once again, showing who the dominant force is in Germany, and we walk away with the 3 points, with Moise Kean having 3 attempts, 3 goals, and he also collects the match ball to end things on a really high note. Absolute wicked stuff seen, and that was a brilliant game for you guys to watch. I mean, it was very interesting in terms of how it all turned out and what happened. So for the last game of the episode, it is a huge one against Giants Real Madrid. We know what Real Madrid can offer. We have definitely played them a few times now, especially in the Champions League, even when we was in the Spanish League with Levante, and now we're going to be playing them in the Champions League. I was unfortunate not to get a different opponent. I feel like all I have played is Spanish sides, don't get me wrong, but this is a massive test. Obviously 1-1 in the previous draw, so this is the team for this big occasion. We need it to be big, and we need it to be better. That is the main thing. Diego Costa in goal, De Ligt, Masaruri, Van der Ven and Cash as your back four, Cruz, Fernandes and Musiala as the midfield three, with Coman, Moise Kean and Xavi Simons making up the final three. As the team limbers up from the team photo, we are literally moments away from what could be a massive game in Bayern Munich's history. 12 minutes gone then, and we are trying to get things together as we look to go on the break, and we are doing so. Moise Kean beats his man. Laporte is in the dust, and Moise Kean can't convert. I mean, the game he had last game, you would have thought he was able to convert that, but it's not to be, and we have to wait a little bit longer. 22 minutes gone, and Masaruri making the overlap. As you can see, he's high up the pitch. He whips it in. We can't get to it initially, but Moise Kean is going to battle for it, and battle he does. It falls out to Coman. Fernandes is going to take a shot, but Thibaut Courtois is able to collect that quite comfortably and make it still 0-0. 27 minutes gone, and now it's Real Madrid's turn, and we know what they're going to be like when it comes to go on the attack. It was a loose ball initially, but they do win it back, and the ex-Bayern Munich man Gravenbach does get on the ball, but luckily for us, we're able to block. But Vinicius does what he does best, and look at that for a goal, completely turning my defence inside out, and a brilliant goal, and a celebration that is a must when it's like that. I mean, absolutely fantastic stuff from the Brazilian, and we can only but clap to that one. 36 minutes gone and we get a corner here, but we aren't able to do much with it. It falls out to Toni Kroos, the ex-Real Madrid man, and as you can see, finds Kingsley Coman. He's got the time and everything else. Masaruri now on the ball. He's going to cross it in. Moise Kean, and Moise Kean does convert this time, finding the back of the net to make it 1-1 in this tie. 2-2 on the night. A brilliant headed goal, and we are starting to see a few of these now. He is definitely posing to be an aerial threat, and a fantastic header, putting it to the side where Thibaut Courtois could be out of reach completely. I know he's a tall keeper, but he's not even able to get fingertips to it, and Moise Kean is too quick for the Belgian. For literally 45 minutes now, and we're not long before the second half will commence, and we're trying to see things out as Real Madrid trying to make a last attack in this first half. Vinicius Jr., the goal scorer, on the ball. He passes it over to Di Lorenzo, the ex-Napoli man. He's got options there. He whips it into the box, and luckily for us, it hits the post and it just ricochets out, and the whistle is blown for the first half. Excellent stuff. I mean, that was really heart in your mouth moments as they can't find the back of the net there from a really good chance. Diogo Costa was completely beaten, to say the least, and we ride our luck a little bit more. 60 minutes gone, and Valverde, and that was just about to happen. I mean, he scored against us in the previous leg, and it just had to be where he scored against us again, becoming the new Ferran Torres, as you would know from the Levante episodes. So with that being said, we need to get straight back on things, and Kingsley Coman isn't messing about, and as you can see, 1-on-1. I mean, what a response that is from the kickoff. He was taking no prisoners with that one, and he was getting straight into things, and we find ourselves 2-2 on the night and 3-3 on aggregate, not knowing what is going to happen in this tie, hoping that it's going to swing our way, but you just never know against Real Madrid. 64 minutes gone, and Real Madrid once again on the attack. We collect it initially, but we can't do as much with it as we're trying to pass out from the back, making sure we don't lose it, and we do in the end lose it in the middle of the park. Jota on the ball now. He takes the shot, it gets saved, it falls out to Musiala, and now it's our time to go on the attack as Kingsley Coman picks up the ball. Moise Kean is found. He's going to be 1-on-1 with the keeper. He battles the defender, a cheeky chip, and absolutely hats off to Moise Kean. Excellent stuff from the Italian as he chips it over Thibaut Courtois, and we find ourselves in the lead. 3-2 on the night, 4-3 on aggregate. Unbelievable stuff, and stuff of dreams in all honesty. Absolutely exceptional goal, and hopefully that puts us in a better stead, because you can just see on your screen now we're wheeling away in celebration once again, and it had to be the man that's De Ligt, captain armband on his arm, and he is able to wheel away in celebration with that bit more of a comfortable lead. Brilliant delivery, don't get me wrong, but he rises above everyone, and we've been seeing a few headed goals from De Ligt now, getting in amongst the things, getting stuck in, and definitely proving why he is the captain. Thibaut Courtois getting absolutely nowhere near that, right in the bottom corner, completely rooted. I mean, he had about 3 defenders on him, so to get to that is unbelievable stuff, and that is why he's got the armband. 85 minutes gone, and we're trying to see out the game now. As you can see, 4-2 and 5-3 on aggregate. They're going to try their most as Vinicius Jr. tries to get one back to make it a sketchy last few minutes. It's not to be as Diogo Jota walks off the field, and as you can see, Thibaut Courtois has gone forward. They're throwing everything but the kitchen sink at the moment, and we are able to clear, and Moise Kean is pretty much going to be through. He's got the pace, and the defence looks like it's given up. It's got an open goal. We can do anything, and we're going to score, and that's it. Brilliant stuff, and I'm so happy to see, as you can tell in my voice right now, as he wheels away in celebration with the fans. 5-2 on the night. I mean, you don't get many games like that against such a big side. They've got such strong players. They gave such a good game in the first leg. The first half they were battling, even mid to second half they were in the lead, but it's not to be, and Moise Kean collects the match ball once again. Total 6 attempts, 3 goals this time. It's not as good of a conversion rate, but don't get me wrong, this man is definitely the one to watch, and possibly one of the best strikers we have used to date. As we look at the standings now, play 26, won 22, drawn 3, lost 1, and 69 points. We are wheeling away with this title, and we could get it completely wrapped up with games left. I mean, that would be brilliant to be able to integrate some of the youngsters and look forward to the season next. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this one, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.